Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Force Friday session. Today, we are going to talk about finding your own drawing style. A lot of questions around this. I mean, I know this is a topic that's been pretty hot for me in my life, and I'm going to share a little bit with you as to why. What does that mean? Why has it been a challenging subject? And then we're going to talk. We're actually going to do quite a bit of drawing in here too. I'm going to do some drawing for you. So is Swendly and Mritunjay. To kind of talk further about style and what it means for each one of us. So as always, first I want to welcome Swendly and Mritunjay. How's it going, Swendly?
Awesome. Excited for today about style.
Yeah, style, man. How are you doing, Mritunjay?
Yep, chilling late at night.
Yeah. Before we started today, we were talking about artists and being night owls. I'm sure most of you out there in the chat enjoy working at night. It seems to be an artist thing. I think to work at late when the world is sleeping and you can actually really focus and concentrate with no distraction, And then you get older and you have kids and you got to get up at like 7 in the morning to take them to school, and then you grow up and get a job, and all of a sudden you're on the day schedule. Yeah. I miss the working till 3 in the morning and waking up at like 10 or 11, I have to see if I can wean my way back into that. So style. Yeah. So style, right? What about style? So, the first question I would say is like, what do we each think style even is? Like, what is style? You guys have any thoughts? Like, what's your definition of style?
Like us or the audience?
You too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it's more like, sometimes, it's like your style changes with your mood. Like, oh yeah, now my bad day was so bad, I'm gonna just jump into drawing and just like scratch it up, just like pieces all over. So your style is changed like for a temporary basis. And sometimes you're just like feeling more good, like just like want to flow in the state. So you're drawing slowly, you're just kind of enjoying it with the music that you're playing. And yeah, so it's like the temporary, this is what the temporary basis I'm talking about more, but this is what affects like the big jump. So I think, yeah, those are the things that affects your style as well.
So style for you is very flexible, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's how you're thinking. It can change like just in a moment. It's like, okay, how the model is feeling. Okay, I'm just going for that big speed, or the model is more like a ballet like. So I'll just change my way of approaching it. So that's a style, what I guess.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Swendly?
Yeah, I would say for me, style is like, of course, when you draw, you have like these different, let's call them visual tools. And for me, style is which one you choose to emphasize at any given time.
Mm-hmm. I would say both. What's ironic, even for all three of us, is I always feel like I draw in probably about 4 to 6 different styles. Internally, that's how I feel. Like there's places I go to that are kind of my habits, right? And yet I've had friends of mine or other artists tell me, oh, I know exactly when it's one of your drawings. And I'm like, really? Because I feel like I could hide myself very easily in some different aliases of, hey, I could draw this way and you would never know it's me, right? I mean, if we go to Photoshop here real quick, just for the audience, these are all me, right? Like I drew all 3 of these, and they're all from the character design book, actually. And they're all very different, especially this pirate, right? It's like, I think if I posted this on Instagram and said like, as an alias, I don't think anyone would think like Mike Mattesi drew this. I don't think it looks like me. I could see maybe somebody figuring it out for the guy on the right and maybe the figure on the left, maybe. But the guy in the middle is just so different. It's like, and it's not a place I visit very often to go that abstract, and I think a big question also to talk about today is it good to have a style or bad to have a style, right? Like, that's kind of, that's a, man, that right there could be the whole hour. It's like, is it good or bad to have style in the first place? And we want to share with you like how to get style. And like I said, further go into what a style means. So we've heard from Swendly and, Mritunjay on what their thoughts are. The thing I think I want to share with all of you today and what I think style is, it's kind of one of two things potentially. One is style is how you think and see the world at a given time, right? So when I was, I'll never forget this. When I had just graduated school, I was working on two portfolios at one time. I was trying to get into Disney animation and I was trying to get into comic books. And I had the good fortune of being mentored by a guy named Klaus Janson, who is really famous in the comic book industry. So he was helping me with the comic book work, and he was amazing. So I would see him once a week, and almost every week I would hound him with the idea of like, I'm just drawing, but I don't feel like I have a style, And he finally, I think, out of his own frustration, finally said to me one day, look, like your style is whatever it is right now. Like this is how you work, this is how that you think, this is how you do things, and that's the way it is. And that kind of took the heat off of me. But ironically, I would say in the decade thereafter, the more I learned how to draw, the more I realized, well, I can draw in any style if I wanted to, really, because I just knowing how to draw means it can go anywhere I want. And I don't think I ever really landed on one, So is that good or bad, right? I don't know. What I can tell you, all of you, is I think there are those two camps again. There's the camp of like, I have a particular style. And there's some very well-known character designers, for instance, in that space. You could say like Sean Galloway or Cheeks or Steven Silver, right, as examples, have a style, right? And they work in that space. And maybe there's a little bit of flexibility that they work in that space, but they have their aesthetic, and the studio is going to hire them for that. And that's great, right? That's like, I do my thing, I get hired because I do my thing and it's unique. It's me. I've got my own stamp. On the other side, you're flexible. You're a character designer with a lot of flexibility. Is that better or worse? I've met those types of artists also. And I think the difference is if you're flexible and you can show as a character designer, you have all these different styles, chances are you could be working all the time because you could do anything. But people aren't going to hire you as, for the one particular thing you're doing, but you'll probably work more consistently. I think the risk you run by having your own style is it's like fashion, right? Like you could be hot for 5 or 10 years and then not so much anymore thereafter, right? And that's, I think, a challenge that those guys probably would confess to as well. You don't know, right? If your style is gonna run out or not, right? So it's pretty tricky. Are you going to be the hot shot sort of superstar because you've got your thing, or are you going to be a production artist who's able to understand art direction well enough to create different styles and move wherever you want to move? Like, so, do I have a style? I think there's probably, like I said, 3 to 5 places I can draw into, and I could probably narrow that down to maybe 2 or 3 that I draw into based on how I'm thinking and what my mood is at that time. But I've never been able to say I do this one thing. You guys happen to know me as the force guy, right? But even in force, there's style in force, because as I've always said, I don't think force is a style. It's an approach. I'm just trying to teach all of you to see something that I believe exists out in the world, right? And then you guys take it where you want to take it. James Jean was a student of mine, right? James now is like, he worked for Fable, for the comic book industry, did the covers of Fable for many years. And now he's like one of the world's most famous fine artists, right? And you can see he's got a very, very strong aesthetic, a certain style, and that's progressed over the last 20 years to what he's doing right now. So I don't have an answer to if it's good to have a style or bad to have a style. I do think style, one thing I do like about style is I think style makes it easier for you to work on context. One challenge for me I've always had is every time I start a project, even for myself, there's the question of not only what is the project, that's the context. Let's say, like, I keep thinking I want to do storyboards for this film script that I've written. But besides that, I think, what style do I want to draw it in? Right. And in some ways, it'd be really nice and easy. My life would be a lot easier if it was simple and I could just say, I only draw in one style. Let me go work on my film script. You know, when I went to school, I had a friend of mine. He came into SVA with a very strong style and he left with that style. It didn't really change. His drawing skill got better, but the style never changed. He worked in a certain way, you know, and part of me always was, I have to say, envious of that because I thought, man, it's so simple. I was just trying to like learn how to draw, you know. So, you know, now the two ways I think you can get to style are the sincerity of, I'm just going to see, you know, I'm going to try to see and understand the world. And by drawing it over and over again, my own persona, my DNA is going to make me draw things in a certain way. I'm going to find things that I really like and how I comprehend the outside world, right? And the other way, or maybe a mixture, is you might like styles from other designers. It might be illustrators, it could be anything. And over time, you actually pull little bits and pieces of other people into your work. And what makes your style is potentially a combination of other styles, right? So, you know, it's like making a fruit salad or something, right? It's like, hey, I want to make an amazing salad, and that salad is my style. I'm going to take some orange and some apple and some grapes and some banana, right? And all that stuff is coming together, and boom, that's now your aesthetic. And now you're known for being the guy who does all these different things that when they come together, make something special, which is this new fruit salad, right? So I kind of see it on those two different paths, or even again, 1 + 1 = 3. Maybe it's some combination of how you see, how you think. And part of how you see and how you think is that you're looking at different people's works and you bring some of that in. I'm probably, the place where I go most naturally is probably in that space, because I have some of like Disney animation in me, right? From my years there, there's definitely that. I would never deny that. There's some of that in me. And there's some stuff from comic book artists I like in me. And then there's just the way I see the world, you know, and all the Force stuff, right? That's in me, and all that stuff comes together, right? So you guys have any, you know, Swendly, Mritunjay, any other thoughts on that? And in the meantime, I'm also going to read through the live chat here.
Yeah, I can. It's funny that you mentioned about, you know, when approaching a project, like thinking about the style, because lately I've been encountering that with figure drawing even. You know, like when I draw the figure, I have to stop and think, am I going to draw realistically, or how far, or am I going to stylize it? And if I'm going to stylize it, how far am I going to stylize it? So, and I would say it's great to have that flexibility, you know. So I would say like style is good as long as it's a choice and not a limitation. You know, as soon as it's a limitation, I think then it's become a problem, because you're doing it because you're bound to that particular thing. But if it's by choice, you know, because you have uh, learned all the basics, then I would say it's fine.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. Does it limit you? You know, it's kind of an interesting dilemma, you know. I mean, the biggest limit obviously would be financial, right? It's like, I'm not getting work. Nobody likes my style, right? And that's very realistic, you know, very feasible, that you really do find yourself, but you know what? It's not very sellable. I mean, the world's huge, right? It's a huge place. And I think there's someone for everyone. It's like falling in love, right? So there's somebody for everyone, and there's gonna be people who like your stuff no matter what. You just have to make sure you find your audience, right? I think that's something to be aware of, you know. And I think it's a very healthy and a hopeful thing to be aware of. You got to do your thing. It is. I've also had to ape styles that I hated, and that's a rough ride. That's like slavery, you know. Like Beavis and Butthead, I remember, was out when I was working in New York, and I just refused to work on the show. Not because I didn't like the show, but I didn't want to draw on the style, you know. And I was like, there is no way I'm going to sit there and do that as a job and draw in the style of that show. I just didn't want to bring myself to drawing in that aesthetic, you know. I knew it would be torture for me, so I just didn't do it, you know. So, you know, it's something to be aware of. Sometimes, you know, as a designer, you might literally pick the projects you work on based on that. I mean, my last job before Zynga was at another startup, and I didn't go there actually because of the content. I went there because of the style. I actually liked the style so much. I thought, wow, I really love this aesthetic. And it happened to be the chief creative officers, and he could draw really well. He's an amazing draftsman. but I knew I could do it because it fell like right into one of my buckets. It was like one of the things I knew really well. And I was like, yeah, I totally get this. Like, I'm going to love drawing like this, you know, make it my job for a while. So, you know, that drove my decision actually. Yeah. Let's see. Someone out here said, yeah, Adina was saying it's something that makes it recognizable. That's true, right? So style starts to become like your brand potentially. And, you know, and Adina happened to mention Eliza or Loish, for instance, or even Ross. Yeah. I think when you do, I think the way you find style, quite honestly, the best way to find it is through a lot of work. You know, that's one of the other best notes I can share with all of you today is, man, if you really want to find it, you got to draw a lot. You know, you'll start recognizing over massive quantities of effort and work that there's certain things that you just do over and over and over again. And your style are your habits, you know, they're habits. They're things that, you know, like clothing, your clothing's a style, you know, there's certain things that you pick to wear that you would never think of wearing, these certain other things, the certain colors, you know, you would never wear, right? All of a sudden it starts to make up your clothing style. Same thing happens with the way you draw, right? I'm just trying to skim here.
I can add to
Please.
what you're saying about style. I would say also consider that your style can change drastically over time. Like for example, when I started, I mostly did designs for like publishing and games, and I used to be like on the completely realistic end of the style range, you know. And I was like, I love like TV animation, but I would never ever want to draw in that style, you know. And now at this point, I find myself attracted to simplicity of things. You know, I would rather draw something real simple and abstract, like we would see in TV animation, than something super realistic. You know, so I found it interesting to see that drastic change in style preference for myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's awesome. There was a
I also
great
think,
question here. Go ahead.
sorry. I also think like getting the basics done is like understanding the basics first of all before you go for a style change is like
Yeah.
pretty important, because let's say if you're not good at basics or not understanding anything, like anything emotional or anything practical, you see a Picasso and it's like, oh no, my child can do this. So yeah, I
Right.
mean,
True.
yeah, you need to get the basics done and just yeah, just get the basics done basically. So and then go for, okay, now I started to understand this thing, like how to draw and how to think like that. So now maybe I'll just go for the and I think it's like a little bit of selfishness kind of involved. Basically, let's say with me, I had like experience of a little bit with selfishness. Like, okay, I like this thing. Let's say if I'm in a, if any model is also posing, I like, okay, I like male body more than a female, or like muscles like kind of contracting or stretching. So,
Mm-hmm.
and because I love sculpting, as you all people know, so I kind of like to like sculpt those muscles and everything. So yeah, that's kind of like a little bit selfishness that drives your style.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
In a good
basically,
way.
and yeah, in a good way, in a positive
Mhm.
way. And your brain is kind of trained to see those things, even though let's say the model has changed. So yeah, those things kind of drive your style, I would say.
Yeah, there's certain things that you just get attracted to or you're not attracted to, right?
Yep.
You know, the audiences know this, but I'm in the middle of going through a move and we're having a house that's being finished, being built, right? And when we go out and my wife and I are like picking stuff for the house, I frustrate the heck out of her because she just wants to know what I like or I don't like. And my first thing is I go, oh, well, I see this wood is a little bit warmer. This one's a little cooler. The tone of this is lighter or darker. I first have to analyze it. It's like the teacher side of me comes out. And she's like, which one do you like? And I'm like, I don't work like that. Like, I have to understand what it is I'm looking at. And I just make it as more of like a practical decision. I like them both. They're fine. Like, I'm not that judgmental about it. I don't have that specific thing I just like or don't like. I'm trying to problem solve it into the scheme of the house, you know, so how the house is going to work, you know, which is exactly how I teach. It's hierarchical. I'm like thinking of the room and the floors and the walls. And so now I'm looking at this little puzzle piece and how it's going to relate to everything else. And I'm like talking out loud when she's asking me, what do you like or don't like? And to me, it's a much bigger question than that. So it's never that easy. Now, am I always like that? No, I'm not always like that. There's certain things I could tell you. There's certain food maybe I like or I don't like. I'm like, I would never eat that. I don't like it. I've tried it. I don't like it. You know, there's a certain car I might like or not like. So some places it'll be very quick for me. And there's others where I have to absorb it. I've got to figure it out. I have to analyze it, you know. It was Jillian that said actually here, or Gillian, was saying in the chat, when I started practicing drawing seriously, I was super worried about style and really hindered my learning. I went through exactly the same thing. In the end, I just decided to sort of forget it and just work on getting good in general. And I think that's a smart idea. It's like being a movie star. I think like certain movie stars, their persona, their style, their aesthetic is just so strong. It's something like you have, and then you just draw really in your one style, right? Because you're so tunnel visioned, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but you're like so one thing that you just work like that. And I think it's kind of rare, and hats off to you. You know, if you have that, then great, like go for it. And I say explode your style and just get like awesome at it. And then you just hope like it works for the world, and you could potentially make a living off of it, you know, and you have a career in that space. But I think most of us, including myself, you know, it took more time. It took time to like figure things out, you know? And like I said, I think today I draw on many different styles, you know, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. So let's get back to Photoshop. That was a great conversation. So as I said here, these are all me. This is all in one book, right? This is also why I've never really done like a full length comic. I've done short comic book stories that have been published. But I've never done one full thing because I feel like 15 pages in, I want to start changing the style of the book, right? Which doesn't work. And if you look through the figure drawing books, you'll notice that there are subtle tweaks in style change, even in the force books. It's not always exactly the same thing, because even if it's force, form, or shape, my aesthetic might change a little bit in those spaces, because these are the places that I kind of navigate my way through, right? So it's never really one thing. But at the same time, what's weird is they're all part of me, right? So all this stuff is in me at all times, and I'm just kind of picking and choosing what I want to focus on. What am I thinking about, right? So I brought in some examples, and I brought in a quote of mine, which is, reference can be inspiration and not obligation. And I think that's one thing I want you all to be aware of. One way of starting to play with style is don't feel like you're over obligated to the model. Because what happens there is you'll end up with drawings that look like coloring book drawings that are almost tracings of a photograph. They're sort of dead, lifeless drawings that I guess the style looks like a coloring book tracing of a photograph. And that is a style. If you want that style, go for it, right? But I recommend more, right? Like there's more to life than just copying things. So how can you take reference and actually start investigating and being inspired by the reference instead of only being obligated, you know? And one of my main notes that I wanted to share with everyone today is it is about what you think and what you feel, as Mritunjay said earlier. And that's what I go through. So I brought in some examples from just literally this past week in mentorship. I drew this for one student where this is Andy, one of our force models. And I drew this. It's very stylized, right? So this is me drawing in a more of, I consider it more of my animation way. It's more shapy and flat, like it has space and structure, but it's very clean, more shape driven. And I exaggerated, right? I exaggerated space. Like, I don't know if you guys know who Robert Valley is, but if you don't, check out Robert Valley. I love Robert Valley's work. It's like got a ton of depth in it. On YouTube, in fact, Robert Valley directed these Wonder Woman shorts. So if you type in Robert Valley Wonder Woman, awesome, right? Like just awesome animation. And this kind of reminds me of that. I like this, the squeeze of space. I know how to do it, and it's actually pretty easy when you know what to do and playing with just big to small, and you're basically pinching shapes down from wide to narrow. Suddenly you can get a lot of depth. The other challenge that happened here is I had to not be obligated by the reference, but inspired, not only in shape, but I moved the camera, right? I took the camera from where it is at its height on the side view of Andy's body, and I swept it down and around towards the back of the foot. That all happened in my head, right? Like I had, so I had to draw well enough to change the camera, bring it down there, take a look at the pose, recreate the pose in a different angle, and yet shape it and design it. Because this particular student is working towards animation. They're now a freelance artist doing animation. So I tried to push the aesthetic there. So as simple as this looks, there's a lot of stuff going on here, right? There is the style, the perspective, the scale, you know, and all of that happening on the fly. And I didn't underdraw that much. What you see here is actually what you get. Like, this is it. This is all I drew. You can see there's a couple of light lines. I like blocked stuff out just enough for me to understand it. And then I just like tied it down really quickly, right? And then this led to this conversation, which happened with another student later in the week. I did both of these drawings, right? So these are both me, but look at the style, right? The aesthetic is incredibly different, right? The bottom one is a little bit more like the drawing on the left, right? You can see it's shape driven, right? So I went here for the shape of the torso. Here, let me draw on top of this. I went here for the shape of this. This model is doing what I call a reverse S. So it's from the chest into the lower pelvis in the back, right? The rear end side. So I kept that S going, but I wanted the shape to be really clear, right? So I pushed for this aesthetic, right? And then I really wanted the pelvis to be blocked out, right? So that was an idea of mine. So you can see this line here is like a scribble of a turning edge, and I sculpted over there. I said, let me get the roundness in that. You know, that's me thinking, right? I'm like, I want to get the shape. I want to get the locked in pelvis, right? I wanted to get the centeredness in this. I tried to push into that shoulder a little bit. That was one thought. So this is one idea, right? I'm like pushing, well, there's lots of ideas, but to this end result. And then I drew this not 30 seconds later and shifted gears in my brain and said, you know what, I'm going to draw more organically. And I wanted this like odd kind of hump in the back, which I played down here for the shape. But here I brought it more to the reality. So I drew more realistically. And I said, I really want to study the relationship of that hump in the back to the skin over here, pulling down to the stomach. And I sculpted all the roundness. You can see this drawing is way more soft and organic, more fleshy. I still pushed into the shoulder. I recognized in here, which I didn't do in the bottom one, the roundness of the hole that the neck is coming out of because of the curvature of the clavicles, right? And that led me to a whole other drawing, right? And this is all within 7 to 10 minutes, right? All of a sudden I just totally shifted gears. I got to 2 different styles. It's because of what I'm thinking, right? What do I want to accomplish here, right? So my strength and curse is I can draw on lots of different styles, not only one. It's bad for stuff like if I wanted to be an illustrator or a comic book artist, or I could be 4 or 5 of them and have, I guess, different portfolios and aliases, right? Do it that way. Or just become a teacher where I don't have to worry about it at all. And I could show you that this is an example, right? And that there's all different styles, and to show you I'm not teaching style. I'm just trying to teach you how to think. And there's different things that show up out of different ways that you think. And I leave that to you, right? To figure out like, where do you like living the most, you know? So that's kind of my shtick today, I guess, is to share with you guys, you know, this can go all over the place. There's lots of different ways that you can find style, but I think the main thing to be aware of is style is pretty much how you see and how you think. And if it means that you've grabbed stuff from other folks and you've made the fruit salad, that's fine. You know, if it's come purely from time and perseverance, that's fine. Like my short description of style is a mixture of what you know and what you don't know, or your strengths and weaknesses, right? That ends up making your style. It's like I might be strong at drawing certain things, maybe I'm weaker at other things. That starts defining my look and feel, right? So with that, I'm going to close off my segment here. Hopefully, we'll see if I have time. I'll try to come back around and draw at the end of today, but I'm going to leave Swendly and Mritunjay to draw. And while they're drawing, I will try to head back to the chat and see if I can answer any questions there for you guys. So I think Swendly, who did we pick first today? Do you guys remember?
The youngest first.
Okay, that's right. That's right. That would be me then. So I should go first. Right. All right. So Mritunjay's up. Yeah.
All right. All right. So can you see? Yes, you can.
Yes.
Right. All right, so what we're gonna do today is like we pick this reference here. Okay, it's like, yeah, a very dynamic pose as you can see, and we try to draw it uh, different styles, and shout out to you as we draw. So what it's gonna, what we're gonna think about it, and how we're gonna just approach the pose. Okay, so the first time ever that has happened, I just didn't like practice it or look at the photo very closely. I'll just throw ideas out of my mind and imagine that he's a model doing a live pose, and we are just like throwing instant ideas out of our mind as we see things. Okay, so let's get into drawing. All right, so the first thing is what I see is like, okay, this leg is coming out. Okay, and the first thing is that the first unique thing that I see in the model is like that leg is coming out. Again, it's like pointing towards us, coming to the camera. So I might try to push it up. It's like, okay, that unique thing, and how it's connect to a style, right? So let's say another artist is standing with me or drawing the same pose, and he's like, okay, I'm not gonna go for the leg that's coming towards us, but I'm gonna go for the bend, and let's say the hand is like doing very cool poses. So he might exaggerate in that space. Okay, but for me it's kind of like that. So everybody has different thinking, right? Different choices that they want to go for. So let's see, what we can do. So yep, that's being really rough here. I'm just like trying to think, okay, if that even works it or not. Okay, if that is even I want it in my drawing. So like talking about that thing and doing that thing is exactly. I mean, they're both different. So it might look good in your brain, but it might be different, like how it looks. Okay, so I really want to like bring this knee out. Okay, and let's see what happens. I'm gonna make this like butt really small. Okay, and you see, like I'm not changing the function out of it. Okay, if I if because my basics are a little bit clearer. Okay, I would say, so I'm not changing the function of it. If I change the function out of it, then the pose is gonna change. Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep the function same and uh, play with this like this knee coming out. Okay, so that could be there's like maybe too much. I'll try to like clear that up a little bit. I would say like style is always it's playing. Okay, it's like playing with those. It's like playing with the Lego. The blocks are given to you. Now you have to find your own way to like stack them up and make something out of that. Okay, so yeah, it's like playing. Okay, but before you play, you need to know like how to stack them. Okay, that's what I would say. Okay, so I would try to like focus on just one idea here that's also this unique, like look at that massive deltoid that's popping out, right? uh, that could be one of the ideas. Again, that's my secondary idea. um, but I would like to play with only one of the ideas here. Okay, so yeah, that could be like that. And so this is just like me thumbnailing. Okay, I'm just like I'm saying, okay, if that idea even worse or not, that could be, and that gives me some insights. Okay, it's like, okay, this feels to me like something, but I'm not, uh, I didn't catch that angle of the leg. I'm not pretty happy with it. So let's go with another shot. Okay, so this is not related to style, but as just like in like thinking, when you were thinking, you don't just go for very clean lines or something like that. Just throw ideas out of your mind and I mean, rough things out. Okay, just go aggressive as much as you can and try to like figure that out. Okay, this feels to me like something. Now it's like, okay, I'm not changing the angle of the legs now. It's like really coming forward. As you can see, it's like a tunnel. That's like going back there. All right, so
I can almost feel that knee hitting me in my face.
yep.
There you go.
Now this feels far better to me than the last one. I didn't catch the angle of it. Yep. And look at his head. It's like, okay, his head is very, because Trinda is like a very ribbed model, so his face is also very, look at his jawline, how sharp it is, like sort of uh, razor sharp jaw. So I might like shape it like that. Like, okay, he's shaped like a triangle there. So yeah, but it feels like a little bit bigger to me. So as you can see, like it's emerging, like the style is kind of emerging. It's somewhere between like the shapy side, okay, like the shapy side, and pushed. Okay, it's like I'm pushing it, I'm playing with it. Okay, so style is kind of emerging, right? Now I can combine my usual style. And why I am saying usual, because recently I was playing with a lot of form, like sculpting a lot. So yeah, I after I figure out this rough stage, okay, where I want to push things or what I want to play with the most, then I can go in and make it more specific, which I'm gonna do in a second. But I'm just like trying to figure out, okay, something that I'm gonna push that leg space even more. Yeah. So here I can shorten this up, okay, a little bit more, and I'll complete this leg is like making it very, very big. I have to shorten up more, like there, and like make this giant foot right there. Okay, and then like this, that's a small foot. So I really feel that, that coming out like that. And now I'm gonna go within and combine it by combine it with what I'm recently working on. It's like a lot of form. Okay, so I might go do some sculpting here. Like, okay, I really want this leg to come out. Okay, so I'm gonna first focus on that. Now here also style comes. It's like, okay, what are you focusing on? If I darken everything up, it loses that feel of this leg popping out like that. Okay, so I want to get some like bony things in here. Okay, like that. So here you can see like the leg is kind of long, but um, yeah, it's like the shape choices. I really want that aesthetic looking leg, kind of idle leg there. Anything in the chat? Mm, just let me know.
No, yeah, you're good so far.
Right. So inside ankle is higher. Inside ankle is higher. The outside is lower, like that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just basically making some things more specific, making things more clear in there. But you can see like, oh, I'm just getting to what I'm going for. It's like, okay, this is a style combining form and exaggeration. Okay, that's one of the styles that you can go for. And they could be like uncountable styles that you can like embed this pose in. Okay, so let's try another one. Right, that's one of the ideas. So
So
again,
you got about 1 more minute. I want to try to give each one of us like 10 minutes to draw. Okay.
all right, so I'll do it pretty quickly. So here, let's see. Again, I'm not planning anything, but let's see what happens. This is more. I think it's more of a like graphic style. It's like, okay, if I'm using a Photoshop like lasso tool, this is how I would go. More like this. It still combines form and everything, but it's like very angular design to it. It's got very angular design to it, kind of like that. Yeah, I don't know where it's gonna go, but that's how we develop. Just working out and experiment with everything. So yeah, because we had like a little bit less time, I would just end it right there. Okay, so yeah, you can develop more and more styles and experiment. You can take inspiration from the artists you like, right? And then experiment yourself, trying to inject your own opinion. Injecting your own opinion is so important, because again, if you're just taking things from others, you're just like a blender. Okay, you're just like not doing anything, making a mess out of it. So yeah, injecting your own opinion is, I would say, is the best advice I can give you. Okay, so hope you like it. I'm gonna hand it over to Swendly now. Thank you. Stop
Yeah,
sharing. There we
awesome.
go.
I
Thanks.
like the blender analogy. I'm making a mess.
Yeah, they're making a sauce
Yeah,
without
exactly.
taste.
Okay, let's see. Mritunjay did a lot of experimentation already, so let's see what's left for me. And for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you've seen me like playing a lot with exaggeration of shapes and proportions lately. So I'm going to go for that here. Now, one thing about exaggerating, first of all, you have to see the reality as it is before you can exaggerate, because otherwise, what do you exaggerate? You know, you have to see the truth first, and then you use exaggeration to like emphasize that truth. Now, so the first thing that I see is the relationship of his rib cage to his pelvis, like his rib cage, his upper torso is like pretty massive. So let's really go for that. And he has like this tiny pelvis right here. I'll make this even bigger and heavier. Wrapping around, give some form. I want to find like there's the top of the pelvis and that V shape right there. So the thigh kind of fits in here.
So you're drawing through him, through his leg to connect it.
Yeah, exactly. Always drawing through to connect to make sure that the placement of your lines make some sort of structural sense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, so in relative to his massive torso, like this leg feels like pretty long and skinny in comparison. Now, so as you see, I'm using a simple force shape to capture that idea. Now his ankle is like popping out. Now, so we go outside calf, inside ankle. You can see like all the skin wrinkling, all the pressure here. Then I go outside foot. Now his foot looks, again, relative to the ankle, like the front of his foot looks pretty wide. So I'm going to exaggerate that. Let's see how far I can push it. Now this is pretty straight, and I can see like this angle right here for the big toe. I can see the separation of the big toe and the smaller ones. I can also see like this other ankle. This one is lower. The inner calf is pretty angular. So I'm pushing a bit of contrast. I'm going to make this one like rounder and fluid. Also, again, I'm looking at the model, and first of all, I'm seeing certain ideas, and then I start like exaggerating and designing to show those ideas. Let's see, I really want a strong angle for this thigh. And here again, I'm drawing through and thinking about that socket where the thigh fits in on the pelvis, and to get some good structure out of that. So just like Mritunjay did, like the space here is pretty evident, right? So the idea of like pushing that kind of like suggests itself. Now again, just using a simple shape. Let's see, so we have massive upper torso, using a wrapping line to give me like a sense of form and where the top plane is. I want to be aware of the center, like my show before, of this socket where the neck fits in right here. Okay, so from the back, this leads me into this shoulder and this arm. Go from the arm into the palm. And his fingers feel like the gesture he's doing reminds me of Spider-Man in a sense. Like pretty long and slender fingers. See, so I can see the muscle of the forearm. Giant deltoid right here. Very strong curve for this arm. And as I'm drawing, because I'm exaggerating, I also have to keep the silhouette in check to make sure that it's clear. So let me see, I may have to, I'm thinking about where to place this arm so that the drawing maintains its readability. So maybe I'll move it around here. Let's see if this works. And this arm is going like slightly away from us, you know, so I can see this roundness, this volume. And there's a pretty fluid connection from the forearm into like this hand. I can feel this fluidity. And then again, this long, slender fingers. And the forearm muscles a bit in there. Like same here, I want a fluid connection between his back, neck, and head. Now, this is the place where students drawing commonly tends to stiffen up. You know, they draw a super fluid figure, but then they don't focus on the forces of the neck and head. They focus more on drawing the body part rather than what it's doing. And there's where things stiffen up. So I want this fluidity first, and then I'll slowly let the neck and head emerge out of that. Checking the angle. Keep looking at the big picture to see if everything works. I would make this deltoid like even more massive. And I would push this arm, maybe make it a bit longer so that the pose reads clearly in silhouette. So I would bring that arm and that hand all the way over here. So the silhouette remains clear.
You got about 2 more minutes.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, that's starting to work. Connects the parts that touch the ground just to create like a base for the figure. It helps to show a bit of perspective. I could go in here, and as you can see, I'm using a pretty big brush on purpose, so I don't get too preoccupied with details. You know, I want the big picture first. And even looking at his head, I can see like the slope of his forehead into the brows here. So I would come in here and really design that. And it seems that this got stuck a little bit. Can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Oh, so all of a sudden this like froze for some reason.
Maybe the software froze.
Yeah, that's odd. Normally it doesn't. I think it's kind of like recovering now.
Now I see you looking at our stream. All right, why don't you quit out, and I have one last thing I want to share before we head out today.
Yeah, I'm going. Let's see if I can stop the share. Yeah, I think the program froze for a minute there.
All right. Okay, I got it. There we go. All right, thank you, Swendly. So before we close up, this is a post that I did, I think about a week ago. It said, hey, which style do you prefer, right? And I use the term style here. You know, do you like fluid or do you like what I call chopped? It's really like more angular. You know, there's different elements to style. Somebody had asked in the chat about artwork for children, like what does that look like, you know? And see, the art director side of me says, yeah, look, in the child space, you know, usually you have rounder shapes, smoother lines, brighter colors, lighter tones, right? Like all of a sudden there's art direction parameters that start to occur in that space. Does that mean everything has to be designed like that? No, but that's like the general idea. And most of that stuff's been market researched, right? It's gone through many different teams showing little kids different things and what they gravitate towards. It's not like they're trying to enforce that necessarily on you versus how kids respond to different colors, right? And like I said, light or dark, red or blue, you know, sharp and pointy and you know, triangular or round and curvy, right? So so be aware of that. So what I wanted to close with here, I'm going to try to do some quick sketches here myself. You know, as an art director, as a former art director, you know, there are, and maybe this will be a whole other video. I was thinking about that while Swendly was drawing. Maybe we do something on the elements of style. So here we're talking about finding it. But one of the first elements in style is line, right? So, you know, is your line like this when you draw, or is it like this when you draw, right? So right, you know, or is it this? Is it like maybe super round and bumpy? Is it fluid or is it diagonal and sharp and cornered? Right there, you're pronouncing style, right? You could either enforce this or maybe naturally you draw in one of these spaces. If you're someone who does construction, you probably end up here. In force, if you come from construction, I try to get you a little bit more over here so you understand rhythm. It doesn't mean you can't go back there, by the way. There are ways of drawing forcefully with a lot of angularity. But usually I try to teach students in this space, right? So I'm going to very quickly here just go to town trying to create both of those aesthetics really fast. So I'll do a more angular version and then I'll try to do a swoopy version really quick. Right. So one version would be me drawing Trindle like this. Right. And then be more angular. move this up. So very shaped out, but pointy. I barely did any under construction, but normally I would recommend you guys do a lot of work underneath. I'm cheating that because of my experience. So I'm just getting right to the shaping, right? But I would do a lot of underneath work with this first. I'm shortcutting a lot of stuff here just for the sake of time. As Swendly said, there's this really nice rhythm going on here, right here. Right, so this is very shaped out. This is like the figure that I showed you where I changed the camera angle earlier today, right? I drew it very similar to this in the aesthetic of it all. Let me just clarify the negative space in here. And bring this forward so we could see it better. And then his other leg is kind of hanging out back here. So very angular, boom, right? Like there it is, okay? You can see how I crank that out, very what I call choppy, got a lot of sharp corners on it, right? A lot of sharpness. That's one aesthetic. And the other one would be, let me take the spaghetti line, right? And let's make this more forceful and fluid, right? So now I could do this. And look immediately how it changes, right? This changes the drawing. By the way, the other drawing was forceful as well. I still made sure his whole body was connected. I just did it in a very angular way. So the force is kind of going through a more chopped out path, right? A more angular path. And here, that force has the opportunity to flow a little bit more, right? I didn't play with depth. I'm not taking the time like the other guys did, which is why I'm so happy they did that, of like playing with space and all the other cool stuff that's going on here. I just want to show you I could do two different aesthetics based on reality, right? And all I did was change my intention of what kind of line I'm going to use and how I'm going to approach this and how that immediately changes the look and feel of this work, right? Right, dramatically, I would say very fairly dramatically, right, as to what this looks like, right? Make this drawing a little smaller. Right, so here's two quick drawings of Trinda. See if I can get them both up here so you could see these different styles, right? So there's this one, there's this one. Whoops. And all it was me being aware of my choice, right? My style choice of what kind of line. And they do two different things for the drawing. Let me get rid of the photo there. Right, they do two different things. One is got all this force and fluidity in it, right? And the other one has that in it, but that's not the drama, right? It's more shaped out, more diagonal. It's a little more rigid, not as flexible as the first one, but it's got that structure and it feels a little bit more designed because of how pointed it is, right? I'm not saying one is any better or worse. I just want you to be aware. All I did was throw a switch in my head by saying, I'm going to go after this line. And I don't know how hard or easy it is. It's hard for me to say because I've done this for so many decades now. But I want you to be aware you could play with that, and you may find just by literally the experiment of do I want to go super curvy, or do I want to go more angular? Man, I really love drawing this way. All of a sudden, stuff starts to click in for you. Some people come to force, and I start people more over here. But I know, looking at their work when they started with me, that they really like the space better. And I can loop them back over here when they get to shape and design. To me, this is much more like Line Decker, for instance, down here, and this is more Glen Keenish up here. There's like this separation of style based on what you want to accomplish, you know. So I hope that this helps you guys, you guys out there watching. So be aware of what kind of line are you using? That's always the first step. There was a note in there about how rough or dirty is my drawing, you know, like clean or dirty, let's call it, right? So how rough or clean. You know, you could work rough and then do a cleanup, right? That's how a lot of artists work. Most professionals work really rough and then they tighten it up. You know what? In fact, I'm going to show you, I'm going to close out with this. I have a drawing I did here for a mentored student this past week, and it shows exactly that, right? Like I wanted to show that it's okay to start really rough because you want to do all your thinking there, right? And then do the cleanup. So this is a sketch of mine. And I did this in the traditional kind of artist way, meaning usually artists will work in a different color, right? So I use this bright kind of tealy green blue, and I did all my thinking there. And then the cleanup, you know, I did in like 1 or 2 shot lines, but I tried to keep the movement alive, right? The trick when you go to cleanup is not to freeze up and draw really slowly to make the cleanup happen. I drew it with almost the same speed that I did the rough drawing. So the line has that kind of momentum in it, right? It's a very forceful line, you see. So I think that's it. Any other questions before we head today that may have come up, guys?
Just a reminder about Albert. Let's find out.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yeah, so last week, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, so last week we ended with finding Albert, right? Here he is. All right, let me see if I can bring him up into shot. There's Albert. Right, so find Albert, right? If you find Albert, he's in there. He's in my video feed, of course. And if you find the video, send me an email, mike@drawingforce.com, and the time code for that in the YouTube video. And I'm offering up a free force bundle, right? It's $450 value, all right? It's lifetime access to force basics, form, shape, and anatomy, right? So go do some research. And if you're new, right, you haven't seen all the other videos, then this gives you a great opportunity to go watch the videos that we've done over the last year. Last week was our 1-year anniversary. So here we are, we're in the 2nd year of Force Live. Go find Albert, win yourself, you know, a free force bundle at drawingforce.com. All right, guys, that's it for today. Lots of fun. I really love this. I love the conversation style. I love stylizing reference. Like I said, it does not have to be an obligation versus an inspiration, right? So be aware of that. Don't feel like you got to be stuck all the time. And it's not like your journey has to be, my goal is I have to create photorealistic drawings that are exact duplicates of reality. It doesn't have to be that. The entertainment industry, 95% of it is not that. So don't worry about that, right? I'm not saying it's bad to start there. You want to be able to understand reality, but it doesn't have to be your end, okay? So thank you, Mritunjay and Swendly, as always, for doing great work today. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for coming out and watching us today. And we will be with you next Friday for another awesome force session. Take care. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.